Hi everybody, this is Eugene O'Loughlin and welcome to my series of short how-to videos. In this video we're going to learn how to predict using a simple linear regression model in R. Now in the previous video, video number 80, I showed how to generate a simple linear model. So what I did was I read in a data file, so this data file 81 datafile.csv, it's a CSV file containing fictitious data. Please note that this file, along with all other data files and R scripts used in this series of videos, are available in my GitHub. You'll find a link to that in the information section beneath this video on the YouTube page. So let's read in this data and take a quick look at it. So this is sales data, fictitious sales data I've made up for these videos. And you can see it contains 10 records of sales. So that we've on the second last column here of sales, this is the number of sales, and then in the last column, this is the revenue in those sales. So I would expect a fairly strong correlation between the number of items I've sold and the revenue generated from that. So if that's the case, then I can use it for a fairly accurate linear model. So let's first of all here on line number 8 in the code take a look at a correlation coefficient to compare the sales and revenue data. And we can see in the console that it's actually an extremely high, strong, positive correlation. So 0.959 is a very, very strong correlation. So that's giving me an indication that my model should be pretty good at making predictions. Also, I can visualize this. So on line 9, I'm doing a simple plot of sales against revenue. And when I plot this over on the right hand side in the plot view, you can see that there is a fairly strong linear relationship. So as sales increase, so does the revenue increase. So I'd like to be able to then, using this information, generate a linear model. So I'm doing that on line 11 in the code, and I'm going to call my model a sales model. I'm using the LM function, and I'm going to regress the dependent variable, that's revenue, on sales, which is the independent variable, and then I'm going to tell the LM function the name of my data frame, which is sales data. So let's run that and then take a look at the model. And we can see in the output that the y-intercept is 5,478.75 and the slope of the line in the model is 5.75. So I've written out the model here in the code as a comment. So y is equal to 5,478.75 plus 5.75 times x. So now we can see with this formula here, if I insert the value for x, which is the sales data, so that's the x-axis on my diagram. So if I insert the value for x, say for example 4,000, what would y be? So that's how I can use this simple linear regression model as a simple machine learning algorithm to make predictions. So there's a few things that we can predict here. We're going to use the predict function to do that. So the first one I'm going to do, use the predict function. And then don't forget that you can go to the help screen and type in predict in the search bar, and that will give you information about the predict function, how to use it, what arguments you can use, some details and examples in your code. So let me put the plot back here. So in this case here, there are 10 records in my data set, so that means there are 10 dots on my chart. And if I just put in simply predict sales model, that's the name of the model I've just created. If I just do that line there and run this, what that will do in the console, it gives me 10 values. So you can see they're labeled at the top, 1 to 10. So that gives me 10 values. And what those values are the actual predicted values for each of the actual 10 variables here. So if this was a very, very straight line, what would the predicted values for the actual 10 records be here? So that can be useful when you want to look at a full data set. But what is more useful is to actually add numbers into my model. So for example, as I've said previously, in my model up here that I'm highlighting on line 14, if I wanted to predict, well, what revenue would be generated from sales of 4,000 units. So I can put 4 and replace x here, work out the calculation, and that will tell me what y the revenue is. So let's do that. So predict function again, and this time I'm going to put in sales model, comma, and now I need to add in some extra information. So in my data frame, I'm going to use the data frame function. And what this will do, data frame, I need to let my model know which variable, and in this case it's the sales variable. Remember, the sales variable is the independent variable. So I need to put this in here to tell it, so sales of equal to 4,000. So I want to predict a sales value of 4,000, what would the revenue be? So predict the sales model for that, and I'm careful here, I'm using the data frame function to generate a data frame to add in the sales of 4,000. So run this, and we can see in our case here, if the model predicts that if we sell 4,000 units, that the revenue will be 28,479.04 that you see me highlighting in the console here. So I can insert any individual value there. If I just copy this code, copy, press enter to create a new line and paste. And let's say I want to put in, say, 5,000. Okay, so that would be somewhere in the middle of the chart over here on the right hand side, and run that, and it will give me a predicted revenue of 34,229.11. So I can put in any value here. It doesn't have to be round numbers like I've used here. So you can use this and practice it to generate using predictions from the model. Now be very, very careful here. In simple linear regression, you cannot make predictions for values lower than the minimum value. So for example, in my diagram here, if I wanted to know, well, what's the predicted revenue for 1,000 sales, I cannot do that because it falls outside the model and therefore would be inappropriate and also inaccurate. The same at the top. I cannot, for example, here look to see, well, what revenue would I get if I made sales of 20,000. The model would not be accurate for prediction there because, as you can see, the highest number of sales is just under 10,000. Now, so I can also use the same idea here to make predictions for a range of values. So let's set up a range of values first. I'm going to use a new variable called range, REV for revenue, and assign it again using the data frame function. And as always, you can look up the help in R to get some information about the data frame if you haven't used it before. Open and close brackets, and my sales figures here this time, I need to use the combine operator to add in a series of sales values. So let's say I wanted to know what these say predicted revenue for sales of 3,000, 5,000 and 7,000 are. I can put in as many as I want in here. So let's run that, and then use the predict function then. Open and close brackets. My sales model as always, but this time do it for the range review variable that I've just created on line 21. So let's run that. And we can see we got our three predictions in here. So my prediction for 3,000 is 22,278. My prediction for 4,000 is 34,229. And my prediction for, sorry, that's 5,000. My prediction for 7,000 is 45,729 revenue. That could be dollars, a euro, or whatever your currency is. So that's how you use the predict function to predict values using the simple linear regression model. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for your attention.